Hello, my fellow massage therapists. Isabel Spradlin here of YourMassagePractice.com. And today is a special message. I got this very thoughtful email from somebody who found the YouTube page and had some questions about basically why it costs money to learn how to grow a business. And the way she phrased her questions was, I thought, really respectful and really insightful. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about her email because I think this applies to us all and it answers a lot of questions that a lot of people have. I didn't get permission to use her name, so I'm not going to say her name, but hopefully you know who you are. So the primary questions were, how do you give people valuable knowledge to help them grow their massage practice when most newbies don't have a lot of money? I understand that you as a teacher needs to make money, but where is the line between sharing info for the sake of helping others while still earning enough money? She has dreams of wanting to have her own YouTube channel in the future, kind of like mine, sharing business tips, things like that, to other massage therapists. And she says, I want to offer all of this info for free because the way I see it, the more MTs, massage therapists, who can benefit from fellow massage therapists' experiences, the more rich and vibrant our community can be. So let's go to the question that she had about money. Why does there seem to be this requirement that people pay for information for how to grow their massage practices, since we're specifically talking about massage practices? And the shortest answer that I can give is getting all of the information, really the true nitty-gritty, down in the dirt, what's going to work information to grow a massage practice cannot be done 6 minutes at a time. It's enough to get you started, but these short instructional videos are not enough to grow any kind of a business. What you need to grow a real strong private practice that's going to last for the long run, where you're going to have clients you love paying your full rate, the work that it takes to build that is really serious. And yes, every industry, not just massage therapists, but every industry, business owners pay for business development. And they pay for it because it's so valuable, right? Because it is so valuable to have the inside information, the how-to, and cutting away all of the stuff that doesn't work and just heading for the stuff that reliably works time and time again. When you pay for that in order to grow your business, that's not just paying for something, that's investing. That's investing in the long term of your practice. The other way to think about this, or the other thing to bring out in this question, I think, is that how many of us get our continuing education credits for the hands-on work that we do, for the hands-on certifications that we get for working with clients? How many of us get those for free? None that I know of. You can get occasionally little short classes, maybe an hour or 2 hours, but even then, that's almost never free. I've never seen free classes like that because they're continuing education, because they're an investment in the work that you are doing in the hands-on realm in your practice. And the business building side of it is exactly the same. And so the continuing ed credits, whether it's in the true hands-on working with clients realm or in the hands-on piece of building a business realm, those are essentially the same kinds of CEs, and we pay for both of them. So that's sort of, one level of answering this question. And there are other levels that the emailer brought out. So let's take a brief look at that as well. So she said, I understand that you as a teacher needs to make money, but where's the line between sharing info for the sake of helping others while still earning enough money? She wants to offer all of the information that she has in the future for free because she feels like it makes our community more rich and vibrant in order to do that for free, so that it's a free sharing of information. Again, this comes back to you can learn to build a business in bits and pieces. I did. I pieced it together and it took me a long time and it was excruciating. So I'm not actually convinced that that makes our communities more rich and vibrant. Yes, it's a point of connection. Yes, I will always continue to do some free videos like this one, right? Open to the public, available to anybody. But free does not necessarily make a community stronger. And in many ways, it can actually make the community weaker because you have less buy-in. And you can talk about that buy-in in terms of money, literally buying your way into a community that is serious about growing their practices. But there is more energetic stuff at work when you pay for something, when you buy in to a business building program. When you buy into that, you're using more than money to buy into it. You are putting your energy into it. You're putting your faith in the community. You're putting your faith in the teacher. You're putting your faith in yourself to be so serious about growing your practice that, yeah, you're gonna kind of, as they say, put your money where your mouth is, and you're going to invest. You're going to invest money, and more importantly, you're going to invest time, and you are going to hold yourself accountable to that. So I am open to this discussion, but I've run a lot of programs, not just the programs I have now, networking groups and workshops and all sorts of different things over the years. And I will tell you that the people who get the most out of it, myself included, are the folks who in the end ante up and pay with their time and their effort and their money. And all of those are intertwined. You know, there's a whole matrix here. It's a little bit complex. It's not super straightforward, but it is really important. And I do think it's important that we think about this and that we talk about this really openly. The last thing that I will say about this is that as massage practice owners, we are business owners, and there is a very real reality that the vast majority of businesses that succeed are able to manage their cash flow. They know their money intimately, and I don't just mean in a mindset way. I mean in a down and dirty. They know their spreadsheets. They know how to use their accounting software. They know how to manage their money. They know when to invest. They know how to calculate risk and when to take the risk of going into debt to grow their practice. Successful practice owners, successful business owners are generally really good at looking at how can this risk of investment, of debt possibly, will this really, really stabilize my bottom line and my whole practice for the long run? Or is this just going to be a flash in the pan? Or is this something that feels good, but I can't really see how it's going to play out to actually make my business stronger? So these are things that you need to consider as a business owner, and they're things that you need to practice at and get good at over time. I'm not going to lie, it took me years to get better at assessing those risks, taking on the sort of quote-unquote right kind of debt, when I needed to, paying off that debt, making sure that I know how any particular program or experience that I pay for and do is going to affect my business, or have a good idea of how it's going to affect my business for the long run. It sounds kind of hard-nosed to say all of that stuff, and it is, because you have to have the ability to at least sometimes be hard-nosed when you're running a business. It can't all be how good it feels to do this or how good it feels to do that. There are so many growing edges, personal growing edges for your business, growing edges for learning to work with clients. You get better at it over time. That's as it should be. And I genuinely believe that this issue of knowing how to do that, knowing how to genuinely manage your money, is so essential to running a practice that we can't talk about this whole issue of should all of learning about how to run a practice be free, because part of learning how to run a practice, a huge part of learning how to run a practice, is how do you actually manage your money? What types of things do you invest in? And so, you know, the two are really intertwined, even though they very rarely get talked about it like that, you know? Okay, so I know I'm throwing a lot at you here, but this is this is a big topic. I'd love to know what you think. And just remember, this is an additional blog post for this week, and we have the membership blog post coming up tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled. Okay, good to be with you all. I'll see you soon.